can't get on the Facebook, man.
I can't get on this.
It's doing this every single day where I don't even know if I can get on the Facebook on my phone either, Van.
Drew's at a point.
Are you covering for him?
No, that's what he just
Did he? Where is the appointment at? Who believes? Drop in the comments. Do you believe?
It's on the calendar, is what he said.
Larima.
On the holy
Larima not going to get on you. You mean this is on his calendar?
That's a step.
Who believes the man's at an appointment? Good morning, everybody. I can't give it. Did you get me logged in, Van?
Okay, you just let me know when you're logged in.
Oh,
I'll
good.
transport this.
I would. Huh? I know, but we're not asking that, are we? Do we have our computer? Well, just bring it to me, Hayden. It's too late. Just bring it to me. I can't do the morning of gratitude without that computer, so just bring it. Hey, I need it now. Just grab the computer. I don't need the Facebook. We've wasted too much time. Gracie, good morning to you. Everybody, if you're on here, give me a shout out. Say good morning to you. Thank you very much. I don't know why my Facebook is doing this, but I've got to get on here.
It's my fault.
You know why? What is it?
They're requiring two-phase, two-factor authentication now.
Am I going to have to do this every single time?
Well, maybe.
I'd like to just quit Facebook. If it's up to me, we'd get off the Facebook. 60 seconds of gratitude. Yesterday, I got to go out and play golf. Hey, thank you, Pruitt. I think you bought my round. I'll probably never be invited back out there. Tammy Burton, good morning. Happy hump day to you as well. I did work on that grip all day yesterday, Tammy, and I could see massive improvements. Massive. Shout out to the following pupils. Joshua. What is Josh's middle name? I forgot. Is the air down? Is it hot in here? Is there? It seems a little toasty in here. You've got me distracted. Has everybody got on and liked, commented, and shared the stream?
Starts with a B.
Brendan. Huh?
Benton.
Benton, that's right. Who could forget? Drew is definitely at an appointment. Okay, 60 seconds of gratitude goes to Benton Harrell. Congratulations. 76 phone calls. You're dropping, though, on the amount of people that you're talking to. I wonder, is it harder to get people? You talked to 8. Talked to 8 people yesterday.
That's about average.
Well, you were to hitting 10. Noah, 51 phone calls. Congratulations. Gracie, 53. Gracie is very mysterious with her phone calls because I see her in here and then I see her going places. Then, bam, I look on here and she's hitting her target very often. How do you do it, Gracie? Gracie?
Well, I like to get it done because I like to go shopping or do things like that. So I just rather get it done.
Hey, one thing I would tell you guys, you could probably pick up your texting too. The texting's a little down. KK, 50 phone calls. Larima, 52 phone calls, and that's where we end. Did I mention everybody that hit their target? Congratulate yourself if you hit your target. Over time, the more often you hit a target. Did you hit your target, Pruitt? How many did you call?
52.
Huh?
I didn't even know you didn't say my name. But
I
it's
said
okay.
your name.
Oh.
Yeah, I bragged on you earlier. Maybe I said it before the show. Did I say Hayden? I was bragging on Hayden, who did go out and play golf, but he still found a way. He still made time to hit his target, 50 phone calls.
Good job, Hayden.
Congratulations.
Big
That is a
step.
great accomplishment. Here's what that shows. Like, the more mature you get in life and in business, you can do things that are a distraction, get back on track, and do your task. Where there's other people here, like I feel like Drew. I feel like Drew has got to stay on task or he comes off the track. You're saying he had an appointment? I hope he had an appointment. Yesterday he played golf. He made 21 phone calls. How should Drew feel about that? Should have made 50. How do I know he could have done it? Because Hayden did it. You ought to throw it up in his face. Hey, dude, I play golf. How many holes did you play? 18. And you still hit your 50 calls. Congrats. I'm always on track, says Drew. Is he always on track? What we're talking about today, I don't even know if I can say. What is the today? Made 50. The machine said 21. And the machine does not lie. Yesterday, I did a one-on-one session, a goal session with KK, and I was talking about getting your mind focused on the life that you want, whatever it is. If you wanna build your business around your golf, it can be done, but you got to get disciplined. So I said something that just made so much sense to me yesterday. What did I say, Lorema? Did you write it down?
Yes, I did. What you force your mind to pay attention to will improve.
What you force your mind to pay attention to will improve. I want you to think about that as I check the leaderboard again for Andrew. It still says 21 phone calls, Drew.
He's a liar.
You damn liar. You're lying to me. You're trying to trick me. What you force your mind to pay attention to will improve. What is the key? What's the key part of that saying? Does anybody know?
Did you say tricks?
Pay attention.
Force. What you force your mind to pay attention to. How do you force your mind to pay attention to something? Commitment. Writing it down. Becoming aware. So I told KK, here, Drew, hey, you got me distracted, but I'm going to look, and I will apologize. It does say 51. I do apologize. Okay, Drew, I stand corrected. I overreacted like I typically do, and I took this out on you to try to humiliate you, and I look like a dumbass. I apologize. I'm appreciative that you hit your target after, I don't know why my screen did that, after playing golf. So congratulations to Drew for playing golf and hitting his target. That, to me, indicates Drew can handle more fun and still be responsible.
He's not a liar.
And he's not a liar, and he didn't Cadillac.
Sorry for calling you that, Drew.
So, Drew, I apologize for turning everybody in here against you for that short amount of time. But whenever you force yourself to pay attention to something, it will improve. And I don't know how many times you guys have heard me talk about, before Van started asking me these questions about financing, the only way, I didn't even really know what the net profit was. I just saw what the revenue was, and I had some money over here, and I really didn't understand expenses. I just kind of had an idea. Well, what do you think happens whenever you force yourself to pay attention to net profit?
Gross.
What happens whenever you pay attention to growing your biceps?
Improves.
How often are you guys forcing yourself to pay attention to the life that you want? I would say most people come in every single day and the day just happens. You come in and I just do this. And it happens. But once you become extremely intentional about what you want, you will find this out. You can create the life that you want. But you've got to force your mind to pay attention to it. How often do I write down my goals, Benton?
Every day. Twice.
You know what? I haven't done that lately. I'm out of paper. I need to get back on that. So here's what's happened. I used to get up every single morning. Now I'm a damn hypocrite. I've thrown Drew under the bus. I'm off today. Played golf. That's what happens. That's how you get punished for doing things. So what happens whenever I used to write down my goals every single day, when I got up and when I went to bed, my mind was fresh with them. And my subconscious, I was always thinking about getting these things, obtaining these things. Okay, so whenever you get away, whenever you drift away, whenever you lose connection with the life you want, what do you think happens?
You don't get it.
What happens whenever you lose connection with anything? What happens when you lose connection with your diet, with your discipline, with your girlfriend? What do you think happens? Huh?
It gets out of control. You give up.
Fades.
You fade, you drift in a different direction. What happens to the results? They fade. All that stuff happens. So it's very important to write your goals down. And I've only gone through this with KK. Chris Beverly, loss of motivation. That's extreme. That's exactly right. I went through this with KK yesterday, and I was trying to get her clear. Number one, you got to get specific about what you want and when you want it to happen. You know, every single day when I was writing down my goals, which I'm getting back into today, by the way. I wrote them down yesterday. I gave my goals to you. Do you still have them? Did you look at them? Does my goals help you get clear on what you want?
Yeah, they were specific.
So here's what I would tell you guys. whenever you're doing this exercise, it's got to be something that's so big that it'll change your life. Too often people write down these goals and they're not big enough, they're not good enough to change your life. Who comes in here and feels like they work hard every single day? Do you feel like you could work harder? I like that. I like that. Do you? Do you feel like you work hard?
I feel like I'm not doing enough.
I like that. How about you over there, Shaggy?
I feel like I gotta work harder.
Okay.
I feel like
Okay, but see, a lot of times people feel like they are working hard, but they never see the payoff. The reason why they don't see the payoff is they go from whatever their money is to where they're eventually making 20% more. What if that amount of money was 5 times more? Would your life look different if it was 5 times more than what you're making? I did that over 6 years, by the way. It went up like 5 times. Do you think my life changed, or do you think it stayed the same?
Would you say your life is 5 times better?
Well, when I write down my goals, that's a good question. Understand this. Get clear. I'm not saying this. Money and a good life does not mean the same thing.
Right.
You can make money and not be happy. You could make money and not have a fulfilled life. You could also not make very much money, but have a purpose that you're very happy. The most important thing you can do is have a purpose-driven life. I do believe that. There's probably people that work for nonprofits, they work for churches, they're teachers. They are so fulfilled by what they do because their payoff is not the money. It's how they go home and how they feel about themselves for making a difference. Like I've told a lot of people, the money ain't why I do this. I mean, if it was just me and about the money, I would probably just stay smaller and have one person helping me and keep more of the money. Like right now, I keep about 22% of the profit. 22% of what is made, I get to keep.
78 goes back into us. For the
78, it goes to that's 22% before taxes, by the way, right, Van? Then I got to pay taxes out of that. Think about that. I get to keep 22%. If it was more about the money, I would get that number up close to 50%. That's where I'd want it to be. But because I love the idea of seeing a Benton get to another level in his life, I'm willing to invest because I do know this. The bigger and more meaningful your life becomes, the better my life will become. So how do you make that? What's the first thing to get you on the right track? Number one, I would tell you, is to start writing down what you want every single day. And whenever you have an off day, whenever things don't go your way, get your mind shifted off the problem. I was talking to KK about this yesterday. When you pay attention to these little bitty things, what it's doing is it's taking away time from the big things. So whenever I'm off track, are you following what I'm saying? Something bad. Yesterday, me and Weatherman are out there playing golf, phones ringing, deals down. I mean, let down after let down, it felt like. And I'm just sitting here and I'm having all these little bitty baby thoughts of anger, of victimization. Is that a word?
Sure. Yeah.
We made it up. Victimization. And then I get home last night and I'm like, man, the big time people, they're not going to worry about 4 deals. I'm worried about 1,000 deals. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I told you guys to write down what y'all wanted to talk to me about. KK came in there yesterday, and I think I helped you. What is one thing that you're going to take away? You don't have to say if it's anything personal, but do you have one clear thing you're taking away?
Yeah, I have multiple.
Do you feel like you have already started today working on that? Okay, so Josh, all of all of these dreams, this life that I want, it encompasses every area of my life, because success in one area does not justify failure in other areas. So you can't just say, well, I'm great at this and give me a pass on this. Like one of the things that I've tried to get better at, and I feel like I'm slowly getting there, is being a better figure for Nick. You know, the other day he was out there and he was putting this bike together and he was pissed off. I'm like, man, well, I'm just going to go down there and I'm not a very mechanical minded person. So like, who in here can like build things? I can't build shit. So I go in there and I help him, or I give him an idea. He figured it out. But, you know, those things are very important. I need to put more time. Hey, you do a great job with your kid. Put that little post out there. See, that post How often have you thought about that post?
Cincy, I mean, what do you mean?
Like you made that post, you and him. He's going out of town for 2 weeks. How many times have you thought about that picture?
I mean, a lot since I posted it.
Okay, you're still connected to him.
Yeah.
That picture, that thought. You need to be doing the same thing with your life. And the way you do this is you write it down in the morning, and you think about it today, and you write it down when you're going to bed at night. Did you write it down last night before you went to bed? Some people are going to say it's corny, it's ridiculous, what are you doing? But you need to get connected to the life that you want. Because it is possible. Whatever you can think of, whatever you can dream, no matter how ridiculous it is, you can get there. Now, maybe if you want to become like a billionaire or something like that, some of these things may not actually happen, but when you're shooting for something that big, you're probably going to eventually do something. You're like, man, you know what? I never would have got to the level that I'm at unless I was thinking that big. Shut us down, Van Grafton.